This is going to be a really fun experiment. Today we're going to make some big, juicy flowers with not my normal brushes. The Filbert, this is a 12, has a rounded tip. And then this is a brush. This is more of a background brush used to make big, beautiful, swashy lines. But you can also paint using the edge of it. So we're going to experiment with that. And these are Doc Martens. They're watercolor, but they're more dyes. They're very, very liquid. So I've squirted a little bit of each color into my palette. And what I'm going to do is use this clear pipette, which sucks. It's like an eyedropper, basically. And I'm going to dot little beads of color. I'm going to use the same pipette for all the colors. I can easily rinse it out with my clean water. In fact, I'll do that right now. It's hard to get it all out, so I'm going to switch because I want to do a lighter color. Grabbing some gold. Oops, I grabbed a lot. And now I'm going to start with this brush. It holds a lot of water. So we're going to drag, and I'm going to push. Ooh, I didn't grab enough water. That looks kind of good. Push the water and lift. Grab on the side, push and lift. Push and lift. I'm going to make really big blossoms because the paint is very condensed. And then the nice thing about this brush is you can go in and make some thinner little petals as if they're in the background. Now I'm going to make a big one. I didn't mean to grab that yellow, but it looks kind of good. Let's grab this one. And just let your intuition be your guide. I'm going to do a little lifting here. And then you have to wait patiently for some drying before you do anything else. I just love this big crazy mess. Then we're going to try another one using this brush, this Filbert brush. Oh, it's really stiff. It's got a lot of sizing in it. I don't think I've used this particular size before. So let me do a little splattering, a little beading here. This one's going to be more warm colors. All right. Load up the brush. I love using the side. And I'm going to go back to just my regular brush. This is a round brush, size 8. And I'm going to grab some olive green. I'm actually using sap. And I'm just going to indicate a stem. In fact, over here, because I am a southpaw. You you can practice, and it's best if you rest your arm on the table so you get more control. Let's add some darker to the top. Let's let it bleed. And now I think I'm going to go back to my filbert. This one's fun. Look at those cool leaves. Why stop there, right? Hey, let's get a little bleed here. Maybe somebody's coming off the top. I don't know if you can see this. So back to my round brush. I don't want this bleed here in the center of this guy to get too crazy, so I'm just going to dot it around. But what I would like to do is dot a little of the dark purple into this one. Ooh, look at that. And this particular bleed right here, I'm not crazy about, so I'm going to lift until I get something that I like a little bit better. I love this one over here. So now, while my green is still relatively damp, I'm going to, using my round brush, make a darker shade. In fact, I'm going to add a little ochre to it, so it's still kind of olivey, dark olive. Oh, pretty. You might be hearing my chickens in the background. They make a lot of noise when they lay eggs. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to do some more of that. Oh, I like that. Doesn't matter that this is not found in nature at all, but it sure is pretty. And one thing that you can do, you can either take a brush, maybe a filbert brush, and splay the bristles, or you can use a fan brush. Let's see if I have a little fan brush. I think I'm going to try the splaying the bristles trick. So let me grab a little bit of purple, nice dark purple, splay my, and you get kind of a cool effect. And if you make a little mistake, right, like right here, turn it into something. What the heck? I'm going to try the same thing on the other side. I'm going to grab some alizarin crimson. I'm going to splay my brush. That's kind of neat. Kind of neat. Okay, then we have to wait for this to dry before we do anything else. Another thing that's kind of fun to do is to just drag the tip of your brush in a puddle and bring out some lines. I mean, we're using the whole brush here. I just dipped it back into my purple because these areas are kind of dry. It just adds a really neat detail. Let's do some down here too. Then maybe, not sure how dry this is, but let's give it a whirl. Just a little bit, because I really like this one as is. So there we have it. You can tell I kind of balanced out. I went in and sort of balanced out the leaves, brought some red into this one so they'd be a little similar, a little bit more similar. And I see that I need to pick up some stuff right here. Even just using a regular paper towel gives you a kind of a neat effect. And I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead.